What's up? What's up? What's up, Fins family? Welcome back to TD Fins Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live here on July the 25th. We're almost in August. Man, time is flying. Football is getting closer. I'm excited. I hope you are. It is after the 5 o'clock hour, and we got breaking news out of the AFC East. Yes, breaking news out of the AFC East. Jamaal Adams has departed, ladies and gentlemen. He is gone. He is no more, man. Before we break all of that down, make sure you check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at TDPHINSTALK. And the Fins is PHINS. Also, make sure that you catch my content on DolphinsTalk.com. You can get all things Miami Dolphins on that site. It's a wonderful website, guys. So make sure, don't forget to check me out on all those different platforms. Also, hit that like button. We're trying to get over 200 likes on every video. Listen, I know Adam Gates is not having a good day. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in right now. I see DM Fins in the building. What's up, TD? At work, brother. But how is things going? It's going excellent, man. Man, what's up, Josiah? What's up, Airborne? Josh Hart, I see you, man. Michael Simmons in the house, y'all. What's going on with you, man? Gates about to get fired. That's good for our Dolphins. Yes, it is. We still play the Seahawks. That's all right, though. That's all right. AFC East has gotten even more weak. It's our time to shine. Man, listen, first of all, if y'all didn't think we were going to beat the Jets twice anyway, this ain't the place for you, because you should have, every Dolphin fan should have known that we was going to dog the Jets twice. Now they don't have their best player in the secondary. Now they've gotten that much weaker in the secondary, man. This is the time that should make it a lot easier for our young quarterback Tua Tagovailoa to do his thing and ball out, man. We got 65 people watching. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, show your love and support to the channel by punching that like button. One moment, let me pull up the chat real quick. It just went down. What up, John Cabrera? Say hi, TD. How are you? It's on also my birthday today. Happy birthday to John Cabrera, man. Happy birthday to all the July babies. I'm happy that y'all were able to see another year, especially with this craziness going on. And I wish everybody many more. Okay. And y'all hit that like button, man. We got over 60 people watching, only 30 likes. Come on, don't be Adam Gase and Matt Burke right now. They're losers, man. They're losers right now. What's up? I see you, Quentin Davis. We would have had to give more than that for him. Listen, for what the Jets got, let's keep it 100, man. The Jets did good on this trade, though. The Jets had to give up Jamaal Adams in a 2022 fourth-round pick, but they got 2 first-round picks. That was their ransom. They got 2 first-round picks. So look at this, y'all. Seattle got to pay him 2 first-round picks, and they got to pay the guy. But it's really no surprise, because Seattle's the type of team that has to go for broke right now to win a championship over the next few years, to win a Super Bowl. They got to go for broke. First of all, they weren't going to have the money to pay those first-round picks anyway. Another thing, we haven't talked about this yet, but the NFL agreed on the NFLPA's proposals. And this year, they agreed to keep the salary cap at $198 million. But next year, it is going down to $175 million. Do you know how many teams that's about to bleed next year? Do you know how many free agents are going to hit the market next year? The salary cap is going down to $175 million. $23 million cut for all teams. So I don't want Miami to make any more moves. I want them to bring every penny they can over to next season, because everything's going to be on sale. The salary cap is lowered. That means players' values have lowered. But all those guys on them big deals, ooh, they about to hurt their team starting next year, baby. Ooh. So, yeah, they traded for Jamaal Adams. And they going to have to pay him guap. They're going to have to pay him big, and they already got Russell Wilson on the big contract. Boy, oh boy. Oh, 2 first, a third, and a starting safety. Shaking my head, Lord. Oh, I ain't even see all those details. Let me pull it up. I just saw 2 first-round picks. Thanks for telling me. Let me pull that up. See, Seattle's trying to go back to the Legion of Boom with Russell Wilson. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get back to the Legion of Boom status. But the problem is they still got to get better in so many other avenues to be back where the Legion of Boom was. They have to. Don't worry, y'all. I'm pulling up the Jamaal Adams trade. I'm pulling up the Jamaal Adams so I can get the details. No way more, TD. Okay, Jets agree to trade All-Pro safety Jamaal Adams to Seahawks. Let's see what this is. Okay, Jets deal Jamaal Adams for a 4th-round pick in 2022 to Seattle. In exchange for Bradley McDougal, he's a starter, safety. 1st round in 2021, 3rd round in 2021, 1st round in 2022. Oh, man. Interesting. So they got 2 firsts and a 3rd in exchange for the 4th. And the player. To me, that deal is worth 2 firsts and a 2nd. When I take the player and the 3rd-round pick and put it together, that deal is worth 2 firsts and a 2nd. Plus, you got to pay the guy. Seattle gave up their future because think about it. Those 2 first-round picks was probably going to cost them somewhere around between 10 and 23 million, depending on where they were picking. That was going to be between 10 and 23 million. In the 2nd round, they add another 2 or something. So 12 to 25 million is what they basically gave up in draft picks because with the salary cap going down to 175 million, some teams ain't even going to be able to afford the draft picks. They're not even going to be able to afford the draft picks. Man, and when you really think about it, Miami don't have as much money as you think anymore. We were supposed to go into next year with somewhere around 50, even though we carried over about 10 from this season. So say 60. Cap dropped by 23. So that puts you at 37 right there. You got 2 first-round picks, depending on how well we do. Let's just say 15 million. We really only going to go into next year with about $18 million, but free agency is first. So we may not even be major players in free agency next year. When you really break it down, the salary cap is 175 million next year, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing that can change that is that they make more revenue this year than they expect. And they don't expect. They actually think it might even go down even more because some games may not be played. So I want y'all to really evaluate all these teams with these big deals when the cap drops by 23 million next year. It's going to be a lot of free agents next year. A lot of guys that's going to be available. And their values are going to go down too. You can't give these massive deals. People aren't going to set the market next year. Salary cap going down to 175, they're not going to be setting the market. The same deals you made this year, you could have gotten a 15% discount next year. 10 to 15% discount. If we would have only knew this, we might have actually held back some and been major players next year. Push more of the salary cap over the next year. I'm just saying. I can't believe they made the trade. Now, I'm going to tell you, the Jets are losers for this year, but in the future, they just set themselves up pretty nice. This is borderline Laramie Tunsil type trade. It's just Seattle has a better chance of having a better record than Houston did. So those draft picks are probably going to be late in the first round anyway. Wow, man. Wow. Wow, oh wow. And they still got him on his rookie deal when you think about it. And to trade that kind of load for him, Jamaal Adams now holds all the chips. Now he gonna go to Seattle acting like a bad boy. And I ain't talk about his behavior. He gonna go to Seattle and was like, oh boy, y'all traded 2 firsts and a third for me? What? And the safety? I want to set the market. I want the most money a safety ever got plus 10%. That's what Laramie Tunsil did. When you trade all those assets, you gotta sign the guy or everybody gonna look at you like you're crazy. You traded all of that and you couldn't even land a deal with them. Now Jamaal Adams will be the highest paid safety in the game by far. Same thing Laramie Tunsil did. Laramie got $22 million a year. We over here talking about, I ain't going to get a man 17. No, man, I give him 15, 16, but I ain't giving him 17. The man got 22. Now where all y'all individuals who were mad we traded Laramie Tunsil? Now where y'all at? Would you have paid Laramie Tunsil $22 million? If you say yes, no comment to you. No comment to you. I'm gonna be honest with you. See, and this ain't no hate. Listen, I try to calm down on my Xavier Howard conversations, but without hate, because you don't know what you're gonna get, number one. And number two, you don't know if he's gonna have that Rashard Jones type injury career. With what they got, listen, even if you don't trade him, put him on the block and ask for 2 firsts. See who's dumb enough to do it. Put him on the block and ask for 2 firsts. Just as a filler. Doesn't mean you're going to trade him, but if somebody call you and say we willing to, are you serious? Done deal. Done deal. This is crazy. Seattle, well, y'all have to understand though, did Seattle really make a bad move here? Because were they really going to have the capital to actually pay this guy? Were they going to have the capital to pay their first round picks? Were they going to? Think about it. Jamaal Adams still has 2 years on his contract. If they restructure his deal now and they restructure to a 5-year deal, they can use this year and next year to spread out the big money. They could take a 3-year contract and spread it out over a 5-year span. So this was the perfect time to get his rights. If he was an unrestricted free agent, then you're in trouble. You're going to take a massive cap hit. But now they got 2 additional years to spread out whatever the big number is. Whatever it is. The ball game said, I love X, but Adams is on another level, bro. I agree. I promise you, I agree. No question about it. Huh? I couldn't hear you. No, I'm good on my end. Man, are we allowed to join the chat or not, TD fans? Absolutely, man. I'm about to drop the link, man. We got to talk about this. This is crazy, man. I can't believe they traded this man. No, I'm not. Oh, nobody said that. Hold on, let me see. Hey, guys, y'all let me know in the comment section. What happened? You can speak. Oh, let them know. Let them know for me. Thank you. Let me see here. Let me get the link, guys. All right, I just dropped the link, man. If you want to come through, go ahead and come through. I want to hear what some of y'all got to say about this, but this is crazy, man. We got 104 people watching. Y'all hit that like button, guys. Gase has a superiority complex, bro. He gonna ruin the team even more. I know. We all know that. We all know. And Gase probably using his first round picks now to tell the owner, hey, I got some things to build it my way now. See, let me tell you what Gase is going to screw the Jets up. He's going to use this as a way to say, now I get to build a team the way I want to build it instead of having guys who are already set in his ways. It's going to be the biggest lie of all time. He just sucks. Let's call it what it is. The man is just terrible. He's a terrible coach. And he's going to use that as an excuse to try to earn himself a few more years and tell ownership it's nothing like building a team the way you want it. And that's what he's going to use these draft picks as an excuse for. He's going to say, I got 4 first-round draft picks coming up. I could build this thing the way I want it. And it's just ridiculous, man. All right, guys, so some of y'all are starting to come backstage. I'm going to bring y'all on in a little bit. And I'm going to keep it rotating. So as you come on, I'm going to have you on for a while, and then I'm going to bring new people in. Y'all make sure you click the link if you want to come in and join the conversation, man. But this is crazy. But this is good news for the Miami Dolphins. This is good news for the Miami Dolphins, y'all. This just simply means that it's an easier road this year in the AFC East. Much easier road. That's a massive player that's gone from the secondary. What's up, Todd?
What's going on? What's up, Keith? I
think
that
last.
I don't like.
Oh,
I think the Jets are a little too much.
Todd, you're gonna have to go out and come back in. There's a really bad lag when you're in. Man. Let me see. Gase killed it, getting rid of a problem player that think he is more important than everyone and got 2 firsts and a third and a starting safety. No. First of all, understand something. Scott, you need to understand something. Jamaal Adams is legitimately what you call a generational player. He's worth what you got for him. He's worth it. Your 2 first-rounders and your third may not even be worth a Jamaal Adams when it's all said and done. Jamaal is worth it. The problem is, y'all saying Gase killed it getting rid of a problem player. What you don't understand, I don't know if you're a Jets fan or not, by the way. But what you don't understand is Jamaal Adams may not have been the problem player. Adam Gase is the problem coach. And if you don't realize that now, you will find out the hard way. You will find out the hard way. Adam Gase is the problem. We learned the hard way here in Miami that Adam Gase was the problem. No questions about it. If you don't understand that, especially if you're a Jets fan, you're going to learn, but it's going to be too late by the time you find out. More wasted years. What's up, Todd? Can you hear me?
Yeah, is that better?
Much better, man. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Now, the part that, it makes it an easier road this year, but I still think the road was easy enough. If the Jets general manager proves, he had a good draft this year. If he proves to be competent, along with the pick.
Yeah, it could go a long way for the Jets, but again, people have to realize as long as Adam Gase is at the helm, it's liable to be messed up.
We'll see how long that lasts after this GM has 1 year with him.
And also understand this. Jamaal Adams isn't the only disgruntled player in that locker room. Reports came out that multiple players do not like Gase.
You see the first
multiple players.
Hey, Bell chimed in. You did all this arguing to get me here. Now you leave. The first thing he said. they're going to be hurting in the long run. You know, as far as if they keep Gase. If they get rid of Gase, this could really benefit their team. Kind of the same thing with us. If we would have kept Gase with our draft that we just had, who knows who we would have picked? We wouldn't have been happy with it. Gase does not know what he's doing
at all. And I can't believe somebody just put in the comment section and said
the only year he was competent as an offensive coordinator was when he had Peyton Manning as his quarterback.
And that was all Peyton Manning. See, a lot of these guys live off of great players and let that be a part of their resume. No, not going to happen.
In Chicago, he was average. Everywhere else, he was average. Come on. Or below.
Miami Miracle, stop with the lying, man. Talk about TD. I remember you saying that we will regret losing Gase. Stop it. Ain't nobody watching right now believe you. Nobody believe you on that.
I could see TD popping the champagne bottles when we got rid of Gase.
What? Oh, man, nobody believe what you just said. Nobody. You might have been talking about 2 years before we fired him when I was saying Gase might be the guy. He just need his pieces, blah, blah, blah. I was an advocate for Gase. That's why I don't like him so much.
And I'm telling you
because
right now,
when he first came to Miami, I was in his corner.
If I were a Seattle fan, I'd be mad because I know we're not going to be able to re-sign him. We're already in cap, you know what? And then if it goes down, you just gave away all those picks for nothing.
They're going to re-sign him. They're going to figure out a way. See, the benefit for Seattle is, again, they got him going into his 4th year. If they could do a deal this offseason, they have this year and the 5th-year option. They could go ahead and restructure the deal now and use both of those years plus the additional years to spread his money out. The same thing they did with Mahomes. It's the same thing they did with Mahomes. Mahomes had 2 more years of, mediocre cash, but now they spread it out. Now they get to spread it out into those years to give a little bit of relief later on.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
So it's not a bad deal for Seattle. But people have to understand Seattle their books are loaded, man. It would have been hard for them to bring in draft picks, sign them, and do all of that anyway. Why not go ahead and get a guaranteed player if you're trying to win? You're built to win now. Yes. You're built to win now. And I'm going to honestly tell you something. I just learned something. My theory. When you got a quarterback making all that money, you're not going to win. Now, they just taught me there is a way to still get great players, and that's go get them after their 3rd season if they were a 1st-round pick. That way you can still give them money and spread it out over some of that rookie deal. And that's an accelerated process to still pay your quarterback a lot of money and still be competitive. Because Seattle, they just went up a notch. But I still don't think it's enough, ladies and gentlemen. I still don't think it's enough because Seattle, believe it or not, they have more deficiencies than people know all together on that team. But we're going to see. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Time will tell. Donald, what's up, man?
Look at your TD. How we swinging, baby?
I'm great, man. I'm just over here hanging.
Hey, I will say this. Seattle hit a home run. I think Seattle is going to benefit from this standpoint. You now have an alpha dog in your secondary that can sit up and take control of from the safeties and the corner positions and allow the front 7 to be able to manipulate and do what they need to do in Adams. Because Adams plays the run well. He plays on pass defense well. They have hit a home run from what they could not get in the draft, just as you said, based on the salary cap. But what I will say too, if the Dolphins do not beat the Jets, what does that say for us? It is no reason in the world that we should come out 4th in the AFC East. This is a guarantee that the Dolphins at least should finish 2nd or better. So you either winning it or you gonna be in 2nd place in the AFC East. There is no excuse for them not to finish higher than second place in the AFC East. And looking at from what's coming down, with them not having, because we still have to keep in mind there is no preseason. So that's the reason why I say Seattle is really coming out ahead. They have a veteran safety playing back there now, as opposed to a rookie. Now, the Jets, they got to start over from scratch. And Gase is about to ruin that franchise just like he did with the Dolphins. I am smiling from ear to ear because I said that's at least 2 wins in the division we should have.
Who's the next to leave the Jets?
I'm hoping that defensive lineman that they had got number 1 last year from Bama, but that remains to be seen. I think if any more that tries to say that they're going to try to leave, I think Gase is out of there.
Yeah, all you need to do is do what he just did by calling Gase out, saying he's not the guy to lead the team, and he's going to get you out or attempt to.
Yes.
He just gave everybody the manual how to get out. That's why I'm wondering if it's going to be Le'Veon Bell.
Ooh, now that's something too. That's something too, because him and Gase didn't see eye to eye at the beginning of last year.
No, when Gase took over, the first thing they did was butt heads. He did not want Le'Veon.
Yes.
If the Jets were smart, they'd go ahead and clean house.
Yes.
All expiring contracts, clean house now. Start shipping them right now.
If they were smart, they'd clean house all the way through the coaching staff.
Ooh.
But Gase is too prideful. Gase ain't about no rebuild.
But TD, would you say Gase is trying to use the Brian Flores Greer playbook? Because remember, that's how I started when you said when Tunsil was getting ready to go.
No, but Tunsil went around here calling Flores trash and saying I want out. So Gase was forced to do that. Gase wants to win. Gase wants to win. That's like he got fired in Miami. What Stephen Ross said. We moved on because he wanted to win now. And that wasn't the type of team we had. He kept trying to add pieces to try to get it done, but we needed a whole new remodeling.
Yes.
And Gase couldn't recognize that. He just wanted to keep adding on.
The minute he said that about Gase the other day, Gase could not bring him in that locker room. That was done.
Jamaal Adams ain't the only one, and people need to understand that Jamaal Adams is just the most vocal that's dealing with a contract dispute, but as many players from the Jets have been reported to not like Adam Gase and feel like he's not the right leader. And you're probably going to hear more in weeks to come since he's no longer tied to them. The filters might even come off now with his comments.
And these rookies coming in are probably going, oh, my God, what did I get into? What did I get drafted into?
This is true.
So
TD. Oh, I'm sorry, Todd.
I was going to say, Becton's probably going, oh, great. This is not what I want. My running back doesn't like my coach. He's going to – no.
But you're stuck. You're stuck. I don't know why you hired him in the first place. Now you're stuck. And it probably was because, he's coming from a divisional opponent. He knows everything about him. And then Greer pulled the power move and said, we're bringing in Flores to switch everything up. Now he knows nothing about us. And now most of the players that he knows about aren't even on the roster. And the ones he didn't like that were good anyway, he disrespected, like Devontae Parker.
Hey, the way I look at it, this is payback for how we took Tannenbaum from them and we were the laughing stock, and now they took Gase from us. So this is payback.
It's some good payback. What up, RD706? What's
up? What's up, y'all? What's good, man?
Go on, talk to everybody. Let them know who you are, man.
Hey guys.
The
okay,
Buffalo
so
Bills
I'm a
fan.
YouTuber. All right, so I'm not a Dolphins fan. I'm a Bills fan. So it's whatever.
Sorry to hear that.
I'm not here to talk greasy about the Dolphins, or as much as I want to, but we're here to clown these Jets. So Jets.
Hey,
Oh,
TD,
boy, oh,
TD,
boy.
I've got to get back to work. Let someone else come in. You have a
All
great
right,
day.
man.
Be safe. Be safe.
You too. All right,
Take care,
D,
Vic.
man.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh man, these Jets, man. They just don't know when to stop making me laugh, man. They just don't know when to stop making me laugh. Oh, you guys traded Jamaal Adams. Oh.
So hey, now it's the Dolphins at the top of now it's the Dolphins at the top of the division, then the Patriots, and then the Jets and Buffalo now, right?
No. You're in rebuilding mode. Stop it.
Who's in rebuilding mode?
You.
Stop. Just stop, man. We're gonna show
Well,
you
how
rebuilding
you're not in
in game
rebuilding?
2. We're gonna show you rebuilding in game 2.
Okay.
This season. We're gonna show you what rebuilding looks like.
We'll see.
How about that?
We'll see.
We will.
We'll see.
With
Anyway,
good vision.
besides all that, I mean, I don't know what to say, man. I mean, I don't know what to say because I seen this coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like you, listen. The main reason why they only traded him because of that stupid rumor they put out last year about him getting traded to the Cowboys. Like, you just don't do that. Like, come on, really? And he's like, when was he like the best player on their whole squad, anyways? Like, come on.
Yeah, the number one
And
player.
you didn't even give him the money that he was asked for, anyways. Like, I mean, this ain't Dak and Jerry Jones when Dak acting like he's like a top 5 quarterback, which he's not, and all that. I can understand that, but when you're talking about somebody who actually is proven someone actually been to a Pro Bowl like what, twice now, like, come on, you gotta give him his money, and he's like one of the best safeties in the league.
He is the best safety, all pro.
Yeah,
First team.
But RD 706, the only thing that I would say is the league set a standard last year when Jerry Jones gave Ezekiel Elliott that contract. He still was on his rookie deal. And you went ahead and you gave him all of that money. And Jamaal Adams, even though he didn't like it, even though he was there, now I agree. I would have went ahead and tried to get something worked out. But the fact is, when Ezekiel did that with the money from the money standpoint of making a deal, doing his rookie deal and not getting an extension, that opened the floodgates for the rest of the NFL. All of it is in flux now. And not to mention with COVID, dropping salary cap this year because of not being able to get all the fans in the stands, as well as doing all these kind of things. All this stuff is in turmoil right now. The guys that went and got their money now, they're set. It's what's coming down the pipe is what I'm concerned about. And I think Seattle, for their situation, it's going to be interesting to see because now Russell's salary is getting ready to go up significantly. Now you're talking about having to pay Jamaal Adams, and remember, Clowney still hasn't signed with anybody yet. They're still trying to get a defensive end to get in there. So Seattle's not done, but at the same time, how they're going to manipulate the cap by how things are going is going to be interesting as far as all of the teams concerned. I want to see how it's going to work out because our Dolphins for next year is going to be with their situation. Everybody pretty much is under contract, so they should not have to deal with it for 2 years. The way Greer and the way Coach Flo has everything set up. So our team should be good for the next 2 years. If they can make a significant jump this year, but it's really, I can't even really say I want to have faith, TD, but with them not having those preseason games, giving those rookies an opportunity to get in there and play. Yes, it's whoever has the best team set up from last year to have continuity going into this year. That's the reason why everybody in Tampa Bay, slow your roll. Just because Brady is there, that doesn't mean nothing. Because now your team has been in flux with the transition of other players coming in and you not having that same consistency. So I'm waiting to see how it's going to all work out. But with us having as young a team as we have and them not getting that snap, getting those reps and getting ready for the season and everything else, y'all, we won't know our team until week 5. The man, the myth, and the legend, Mr. Ball Game.
I think he'll be back. I don't know if
Seattle Eagles dynasty. They ruined their dynasty when they didn't want to run the ball out with Marshawn Lynch. Don't get me started.
What up?
What's up, Ball Game, man? Talk to us, man. Make some sense of it all.
You can't make sense out of crazy, man. We all have known for quite some time that Adam Gase is a mini Hitler, man. You know what I mean? He's got a superiority complex. He don't want to be challenged by anyone, especially a player. Believes that he shouldn't at any point have to justify anything to someone that's supposed to be his subordinate. But when you got a talent like Jamaal Adams, man, who has played through in his first 3 years, man, not the greatest of coaches, and then you give him Adam Gase, and the dude still go out there and become an all-pro and give the team everything he has. That says volumes about who he is as a person. So for all those people in the chat talking about Jamaal Adams is just a box safety, he ain't that good, y'all don't watch football, or you don't know what's really going on, because this kid is phenomenal. If we could have gotten him, it would have changed the game for us for a long time to come.
Ball Game, how did
they definitely trade him to an AFC East team? I would have definitely laughed at him even more.
How did Carter do it when he did the slam dunk contest and he made that 360 up through your leg slam when he said it's over? It's over.
Yeah.
If we would have got Jamaal Adams in that secondary, I don't care who it would have been. I would have said AFC Championship at the least.
Jamaal Adams is the type of kid, man. He gonna bring you by himself. He's gonna impact 4 to 5 games by himself. That's gonna actually be put you in a position to win. Defensively, he's gonna get you the ball back. He's gonna make that stop. He down in the box. You know what I'm saying? He playing up high on the perch at times. He covering the tight end, running backs out the backfield, smacking the crap out of everything coming in his area, bro. Like cats don't even really want to run routes where that dude is at. So I don't understand. I mean, I get it because I've identified that Gase got he got head issues, but at the same time, thank you, he's gone, because now we don't have to deal with him, and that weakens them in that back end tremendously. So the thing is, though, Russell Wilson good on his money, man. Seattle got time to figure it out because Russell Wilson's contract is not up to 2023. So
that's like 3 years from now.
Yeah, they could work out something sooner, but they don't really have to because he's locked in at almost $35 million a year through the duration of his contract. Not having Clowney might hurt him, but at the same time too, they can get Pete Carroll is the type of cat, man. He understands that you don't necessarily have to have one guy to generate pressure for you. You know what I mean? You can generate pressure in a lot of different ways. You don't necessarily need a premier guy at that position. It helps having a big name helps because that means that the other team has to go in and schematically plan for that guy. But in the same sense, you don't necessarily need him to be successful because you can generate pressure from a lot of different ways. You can send the slots. You know what I mean? You can send nickelbacks. You can send linebackers. You can do a lot of different things. You can do a lot of dog blitzing. You know what I mean? But I think right now what they did was they added a player that right now puts them down the neck and neck with San Francisco for the division.
Oh yeah, they're definitely winning the division.
Because what they lack on offense in terms of up front on the line of scrimmage, really the only place they're really bad at, because if you think about it, DK Metcalf was a rookie last year and he had a phenomenal season for a rookie. So him coming into his second season along with Lockett and I think the other kid name is Brown. What that boy name? Well, the receivers they got they're serviceable, and DK Metcalf, in my opinion, is a star waiting to be shown. You know what I mean? See the guy physically, man.
Yeah, they got Metcalf.
Huh?
Metcalf, Dorsett, Moore.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. See? Yeah, Moore. That kid Moore is nice too.
Mm-hmm.
Flip on him, but that boy got some get up and go. He runs some very good routes. You know what I'm saying? He ain't afraid to go up and get it, and he ain't afraid to fight DBs for the ball, which is what you need when you got a quarterback that's an improviser like Russell Wilson is. Because Russell he's still shifty enough to be able to make up for the deficiencies of the O-line. So all they need is for Carson and Carson really to give them what they need in terms of a running game, and they'll be straight.
Well, that's the scary part. Ball game is we're talking about their passing game, but we know Seattle's bread and butter is the run game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And right now, if they can get that O-line in play, because I hate to say it, that NFC West is going to be a dogfight.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Well, it's gonna be a dogfight. It's gonna be a dogfight between the two premier teams. I mean, Arizona ain't gonna lay down for anybody. That's just not in Kyler's nature. But
don't sleep on the Rams. Do not. Sleep on the Rams.
We gotta see what they gonna look like. My boy over there, Cam Akers is over there, but Cam a rookie, so he gotta learn. Not having his preseason game, they throwing him to the he getting thrown right into the fire, which is not a big deal because at Florida State. He carried that offense anyway. The only difference is you ain't getting hit by sophomores and juniors now. You're getting hit by grown men that's been there for a minute. So
watch out for the running back Malcolm Brown. That's like my godson right there.
Yeah.
He take care of business.
I'm not a golf fan, but I'm also not a golf hater. And Jared Goff to me can be a guy that can get you 3 or 4 games just off of his athletic ability. So it'll be a 3-dog race over there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Cardinals still got some they still got some work to do. So, but our situation with Brady leaving, and people say, oh well, I mean, I just don't see how we can't count them out because Belichick's still there.
Right.
Mm-hmm. The brain is still there. The body might be different, you know what I mean? But the brain's still there. So to me, it's gonna come down to, and people might hate me for this right now, but I see it being Buffalo, us, and then the Patriots. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I still, I can't stand that Bills organization, but I can appreciate. I can appreciate y'all growth, man. Y'all doing it the right way. You know what I mean? Game recognized game. I'm not a hater, bro, by no means. So I can appreciate watching. People saying why did they pick Josh Allen, but you know what I'm saying, when you got a cannon like that, you can teach him accuracy.
You know what? You know what's so funny about that? A lot of Bills fans wanted Josh Rosen so badly, but look what happened. I'm like, y'all really want this kid over a guy who actually, I mean, okay, he's not accurate, but he has a stronger arm than Rosen. Like, come on.
Listen, the Miami Dolphins, by the way, breaking news, we just released 2 players on the roster, okay?
Ruddock and who else?
Ricardo Lewis.
Yep.
So they're shaving it down. But Jake Ruddock is out of there, y'all. Okay. Jake Ruddock has been released.
Okay.
First 4 games of the season are who?
Patriots, Bills, Seattle, and Jacksonville.
Preseason games, man.
Should be elite.
Tough preseason games. So those games, in my opinion, are going to come down to who has the better scheme familiarity right now. And unfortunately, we're behind the power curve.
Yes.
With having Shane Gator in there with a new system and things of that nature, it's going to have to be spot on. But these guys are, I just don't see it. I mean, first 2 games.
Wait, ball game.
Yeah,
Hold on a second. I got to talk to my homie, EM Dolphin fan. Wait a minute. Didn't he say he had a bus ticket ready for Josh Rosen?
Because didn't he say Jake Ruddock would be the third quarterback on the roster?
He said that him and Reason said that Ruddock was going to be there because of the Futures contract.
Futures is only the rights, man. You can cut him anytime.
Yeah, okay. And I still will say again, don't count Rosen out. That's all I'm saying. Do not count him out. If he gets an opportunity, and you talk about his arm, Allen's arm being stronger than Rosen's arm, Well,
It is.
I would say this: he ain't as accurate as Rosen. I would say that
Okay,
much.
but you can still fix accuracy though.
But here's the
you
thing.
ain't did it with Allen in 2
Here's the
years.
thing. When you got a kid with normally when you have a quarterback with an extremely strong arm, the accuracy element takes a little bit longer for them to actually acquire that than it does to have a kid have accuracy already and then learn how to be stronger in throwing. You feel what I'm saying? You can always put on and gain more arm strength, but accuracy, if you got it already, it's dialed in forever. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying I can appreciate the process that they've gone in and the progression that Allen has shown. Still got some ways to go, but they've been smart enough not to have to worry about it. Listen, what they did was they went out and grabbed a wide receiver that arguably had one of the largest catch radiuses in NFL right now, and they brought him in. So Diggs is going to help with Adams' accuracy. So you're not going to see as much of these balls going, outside of the receiving things of that nature because the dude's catch radius is so large. But it's still something that Josh got to learn to deal with. But they don't necessarily depend 100% on him because they run the ball too.
Yes.
Singletary is a dog to me. You know what I mean? So.
Also got Zach Moss.
Yes, but our run game is going to dictate what our passing game does.
It's
interesting that EM has on the chat talking about Rosen had a 53% completion percentage. I was so glad when I looked at one of the websites and they showed the number of drops that Rosen had just for last year. If Rosen's drops would have been included with his completions, do you know Rosen would have passed over 63% of his passes? It would have been a 63% completion rate. That's over 10% from the number of drops. But you know what? We're not going to worry about that. That's last year. He has to make improvement for this year.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how they go about doing this, though, because we kind of, to some degree, we have to give him some plan. We have to give him some playing time.
Love you,
if we're looking to get off of him, we got to give him some playing time to see exactly what he's got. And but with no preseason games, it kind of pushes us to really start Fitz out the gate and see if Fitz fails. And if Fitz fails, then we don't really lose anything because at the end of the day, we're still in rebuilding mode. So then you can put Josh in there and give Josh a couple games, and then at the tail end of the season, since Tua says he's healthy and they get a medical checkoff on him, let him finish off the season, and then you can at least have some type of more stuff to quantify your decision on which direction you're going, because they got to do something. We know Fitz ain't the answer. Still don't know really what you got. But you know, most people say they know they got an idea what they got with Rosen, but I disagree with that because
I don't think there's any rush on Rosen at all. I think Rosen, even if they literally wanted him to be a backup as they continue to develop him, I still think that even if 2 years pass, they sign him on another 2 to 4 year deal just to have, even at worst case scenario, a backup to continue.
I said he might be our next Matt Moore.
And who knows? I mean, it may very well, and that's worst case scenario in my opinion. I really don't think he's going to get shopped off because unless they give him time to play on the field and people like what they see.
Right.
But if you like what you see, then you're talking about is he going to be playing? Period. Right. So it's a tough situation. Back to this trade real quick because not the trade per se, but I want to talk about this because no one's talking about the impact of next year. The salary cap goes down to $175 million next year. Okay. Now
it goes down.
Yes, it goes down. They just reached an agreement.
Wow.
They just reached an agreement and the NFL approved the NFLPA's proposal because the NFL wanted here's what the NFL wanted. They wanted the salary cap to go down this year to $188 million and next year $185 million.
Let me guess, the fans not going to be there.
Yeah, the NFLPA said no. Leave it the way it is this year at 198 and reduce it next year. So they came up with the agreement that this year is 198 and next year is 175. And it could be adjusted for years to come, depending on the impact for years to come. But if they get more revenue than expected, then they can lift it. but they can also lower it. And on top of it, players are guaranteed their money. It's just that they don't get paid game checks if they don't play a game, but they could recoup it at a later date.
I'll be back.
All right, you're good. But the thing is, what does that mean? Like, look at Seattle, for instance. Next year, the Seattle Seahawks, they have $155 million guaranteed on their books. But that's only 54 players. And out of those 54 players, 25 of them are making less than $1 million. So it's guys at the bottom of the roster anyway. Mm-hmm. So when you look at a team like that, bringing in a Jamaal Adams, what room will they have to do much of anything next year with the drop of going down to 175? That's where it gets tricky to me. That's where it gets a little bit confusing to me. Teams are really going to be in trouble next year.
With TD, with the cap going down as far as it is, you're talking about 175 million?
175. They agreed on it yesterday.
Wow. I wonder, will they be able to prorate Russell Wilson's contract to where he won't be getting actually 35 million?
No prorations. Every player is going to be making what they make.
Ooh. Oh,
every player. Russell Wilson's going to go from 15% of the salary cap this year to 18.3% next year of the salary cap.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, well, there's been lots
Bobby Wagner's going to be taking up 10% of the salary cap next year. He's going to make $17 million.
And that's without Jamaal Adams.
Jamaal Adams makes $10 million next year. 9.9 roughly. And that's if they don't restructure his deal.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
But forget Seattle. A lot of teams are going to have to let a lot of players be out there on the market next year. You know what I hate the most? Guess who got the most money in the NFL next year?
Dallas Cowboys?
No, take a guess, man. Who has the most money in the NFL?
Is it the Ravens?
No. I'm gonna wait till y'all guess it, by the way.
Oh, the Patriots.
Yes, they do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, they do.
Ooh.
Well, they're not going to re-sign Cam, so
it doesn't matter though. Belichick in a supermarket with everything on sale. Oh my God!
He's not gonna do nothing.
They have the most cap. They only have 126 million under contract next year, and that bottom half, the bottom 20-something players making less than $1 million. Some of them may not even make the team.
That's why I mean about them. That's why they're not. That's why I mean, like, how are you gonna win a division when you have no weapons? Come on.
Well, they've been doing it for how many years now?
I mean, this is the only time. Well, okay, 20 years, but we're talking about something that now they're going to the season. No Brady, and they barely did anything all season besides signing Cam Newton. So
let me tell you something about the Patriots books next year. They don't have a single contract on their roster that would hold them to dead money that'll hurt. Their highest amount of dead money next year are two players. Gilmore, he holds a $7.5 million dead cap, but he's also making $20 million. And McCourty holds an $8.6 million dead cap. Everybody else is under $5 million dead cap. They can cut anybody on their roster if they wanted. They have the flexibility to do whatever they want
or trade
on their roster. Yeah, and that's probably a lot of it probably would come from trades. But they have the money. They have no cap situations where they're stuck. They're just in a great salary situation.
Yeah, because I mean they're like the kings when it comes to Kylie slap immunity, so I won't be shocked.
It's just crazy, man.
Yeah, well, that just goes to show that Belichick as long as he's the head of the snake, they still got a chance to sit up and take care of business and win. However, we are legend killers. The Dolphins are legend killers. And so, hey, it'll start with him, come down to Buffalo. Because like I said, what Miami wants to do with their O-line and D-line is to get as physical as Buffalo and Baltimore. So that's where we got to start. And I like the way the schedule plays out now. And TD, let me ask you a question. Now, since it's 17 games for the season that they agreed upon, who's the extra game?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Well,
oh my God.
that's not this season.
It's next season.
It's next season?
Yeah, it's next season. This season's only the only thing that would change the season was the playoffs format.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, so that's the following season.
I don't know how that's gonna work out next season.
Yes.
Adding an extra game.
Boy, well, if that's next year, that's good because I thought it was being in play now since the players union went ahead and agreed to it, and I was like, oh my goodness, who are we playing? But
it's just
we got to get that O line together, TD, and I'm still hoping that we sign that kid from New Orleans. We got to hit the ground running, baby, on that O line. We need to get him in.
Spread love, not war. Fins over everything. Shout out to K.Salt. K.Salt.
I'm gonna try my best.
Miami Dolphins are legend killers. Oh, what is this? Randy Orton or something?
No, well, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah,
it's the truth. Like it, lump it, save me in a choke. We put you down. We'll put the Bills down. We put the Jets down, and we did it with the Patriots.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah. And when the last time y'all beat New England in New England? Yeah, like I thought. Crickets. Yes.
Very funny.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. So our Dolphins they'll be there, but just as you also pointed out, TD, the defense definitely has to hit it from out the gate to help the offense to get caught up. So now, with all of this being said, and now the Dolphins beginning to trim the roster. Yeah. Do you think some of the unrestricted free agents that we picked up are probably not going to see the field too and probably be cut as well?
It very well can happen that way, man. I also listen, it's going to happen that way. I don't know why I say very well. It's going to happen that way. It's going to be a lot of guys who are just going to miss out. But I do love that the league increased the practice squad from 12 to 16 or something like that.
Oh,
they went up by like 4 or 6 slots. So that's a good thing because of what's going down. They did increase the practice squads by either 4 or 6 players, one of the two. I just don't remember off the top of my head the exact number. So that's always a good thing.
Did they add an extra bye week for next year?
Next year, I don't know. I'm not sure about the logistics of next year yet. Okay. I'm still thinking about this year on my mind with all this stuff going on, man.
Yes.
But you know what? Something that I thought about, Donald. Here's something I thought about. People have to be prepared for, one person who they have to be prepared that may not even make the team. It's a wide receiver.
Oh.
As much as we love him and we think he's going to make the team, you also got to be prepared that he may not make the team at all. Any thoughts? Anybody you can think about?
Who, Albert Wilson?
No.
Are you talking about with the Dolphins or Parker?
No, not Parker.
Yeah, well, that leaves Williams. That leaves Williams.
Yes, Preston Williams. Like, people may be surprised and look up and see that he doesn't make the team. That's a possibility. Everybody's hanging on to the simple fact of the small sample size that he gave us last year and in training camp, which we all love. But when you get out on that field, coming off of that injury, first of all, you got to be the same guy at a minimum.
Yes.
People have to understand that. You have to be the same guy at a minimum. No. Don't get me wrong. I don't want Preston Williams to be the guy out.
Right.
And I don't think he's going to be the guy out. But that's not sit here and act like it's not possible. That's not act like it's not possible. The man is coming off of an injury. He did drop some balls last year. Overall, his game is an NFL game. But he has to come back.
Yes,
he was undrafted. And he balled out for his short tenure before he got hurt. And early on, he dropped some balls, but he still made a lot of plays. But at the same token, don't be surprised, y'all. Don't be surprised. All this TD, you bugging and all of this and that. All of that.
That's true.
Y'all be the same people that if something like that went down, y'all be like, what? And you don't even say nothing. I'm just saying, man, when you got people like Kirk Merritt who has the potential to do exactly what Preston did as an undrafted free agent, let's get that straight. Preston can do, Merritt can probably come in and do just as well as Preston potentially. Don't get too ahead of yourself and think that it ain't possible.
TD, after last year and seeing what Flores and Greer can do with that roster,
possible this preseason.
All of it is possible, and I'm not putting anything past them. At the same time, I trust them. I trust what they would do.
And remember, Preston is supposed to be ready for the game opener. They didn't say he was supposed to be ready for preseason.
That's right.
So let's see. Y'all better put 2 and 2 together, man. Put 2 and 2 together, man. We'll see. Time will tell, but that's not. I think we're making a huge mistake by sitting here and treating Preston Williams like he's this guaranteed because of the small sample size last year. Let's not forget that. We were happy about what he did in preseason, and then we were happy about 7 games. And honestly, we weren't happy about 7 games. We were happy about the last 4 before he got hurt. Because the first 3, we were disappointed that he had all that skill dropping balls. We get so caught up. Once we got it we like, we just I'm just saying, be cautious. Keep your eyes open. Don't be surprised if something like that happens, man.
Well, it's not only that, TD.
I don't think it will, but I'm just saying.
TD, I will even go so far as on the O-line. I'm looking at the offensive line. You're talking about Davenport is there. I could see him get cut. I could see, let's see, Shaq Calhoun or even Michael Dieter. Either one of them can go. I can even see, now, the ones that they drafted, I definitely see making the team. But what is going to be a big concern is progress. And without the preseason games, are you being able to gauge that talent to see how much they've picked up from last year up until this year? That's going to be the wild card. So now, unless they get them and put them on the practice squad, which has opened up to having more people, maybe they'll get a chance to do that. But I'm telling you right now, that didn't open up a whole can, right? All within itself. You're exactly right on that.
And somebody said the man is 6'5" and run a 4.3. He ain't going nowhere. Let's see how tall and how fast he runs after this injury. Y'all want to ignore that stuff. What if the narrative is 2 years from now he never was the same after his injury? Y'all act like those aren't possibilities. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I'm saying that if he doesn't show up and play well, it's a possibility. And y'all should actually agree with that. Remember, if he doesn't show up and play well.
Yes.
You don't just have a guy that run a 4.3 and a 6'5" on your roster that ain't playing well just because he's 6'5" and run a 4.3. You got to play well. So
TD, what's the kid from the wide receiver from Philly that we picked up as a free agent? He's the same way, but he's injury prone.
Yeah, but gosh, every time I talk about him,
because he has that potential too. But the fact is, when you got to make these kind of cuts like this,
what's his name?
In doing this, hey, I don't care how tall and how fast you are. If you in the tub, you're not helping anybody. And at the same time, if you can't come back from your injury at a point, at least better, at the same level or better, it's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Collins, yes.
Exactly, man. We got so many receivers, man. Don't get caught up, man. I know we cut Ricardo Lewis, but listen, at the end of the day, time will tell. What I'm trying to help y'all understand is I personally feel like Preston Williams definitely going to make the team.
Yeah.
But he's coming off of an injury, and we don't know that much about him and how his body heals and who he is in that regards.
His first major injury, too.
Yeah, we're about to learn a little something about him. People act like he's been playing for us for 6 years and he got this injury and we know. No, that's not the case, man. It's not the case. Time will tell, man. Time will tell.
You have that T-shirt out yet?
Time will tell. No, I don't. I got you. I got you. I gotta get it. I gotta work on that this weekend, man. RD 706. How many wins Buffalo getting this year, man?
At least 12.
12?
Yes.
Why you think y'all go get 12 wins?
Because we're splitting with the Patriots. That's why.
Did y'all split last year?
No. We had no offense. That's why.
So who is your 4 losses?
Chiefs, Seattle, Niners, and the Patriots. But it could be 11-5 if we split with y'all.
So basically, everybody who
I don't know.
Y'all basically gonna lose to every playoff team just like last year.
Bro, stop. I mean, we could possibly.
That's what happened.
But we could possibly beat one of them. Maybe
that's what happened last year. That's what happened last year. You lost to every playoff team.
Because we had no offense. Do you not hear me? We had no offense.
But you lost to every.
It doesn't matter if we lost or not. We had no offense. Don't act like the Patriots didn't lose a Don't act like the Patriots didn't lose the playoff teams too.
Yeah, but they won against some playoff teams as well.
Yes.
Y'all lost to every playoff team you played. The only teams you beat were the teams that didn't make the playoffs. Thus, y'all lost in the first round.
Yeah, whatever.
And this year is gonna get worse because you're gonna lose all the playoff teams from last year, and then you're gonna lose to the Dolphins twice. But Buffalo will have 8.
You know what's so funny about you little Dolphins, man? You act like you don't have the exact same schedule as the Buffalo Bills.
We're just a better team.
No, you're not. You're in rebuilding
we're a better
mode.
Team.
You're in rebuilding mode. You have no offense on line. What are you talking about?
The rebuild is over. We got our offensive line. The rebuild is over.
Man, I cannot wait till you get in South Florida.
Name a team that actually won a division during rebuild. Name a team that actually won a division during the rebuild. I will wait.
The Miami Dolphins in 2020.
Oh, see, now you're smoking. You're smoking.
The Miami Dolphins in 2020.
Okay.
Y'all have 8.
Patriots did too.
Y'all have 8 wins max.
8 okay. 8 wins. 8 wins.
8
wins. Tank for Tua complete. No, you still are rebuilding.
If we were tank for Tua, the only thing
talking about you have no offensive line.
I will give you 2 wins. You should beat the Jets. I will.
Okay, yeah. Well, everybody's beating the Jets in the division. That's
no, Donald. They might split with the Jets.
Hell no. Hell no. Yeah, all right.
After hearing them giving up Jamaal Adams the way they did. No, I'm saying everybody. This might be now. You talking about 0-16?
They're not tanking. They're not tanking.
That you might see this.
Oh God, no. If they tank for Trevor, man, I will lose my. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do.
Larry? What's up, Esteban, man?
Hey guys.
What's up, yo?
Hey.
We got the delusional Buffalo fan on.
You're the delusional Dolphins fan. You're talking about you're so much better than the Bills.
I think the only thing delusional is that we're in a rebuild because it's not a rebuild.
Thank you. But, thank you. God.
No, it's not. It's not a rebuild. No, it's all good, man. It's cool to have somebody in here from a different fan base. The only thing is we'll beat y'all blindfolded with our arms tied behind our backs. One, and that's a fact.
ARD 706, good buddy of mine's on.
Up, baby.
Hello, Larry.
No, man. It's cool though. It's cool, man. It's cool. You should have faith in your team.
Absolutely.
But we're gonna sweep y'all this year, though. That's all.
Okay. Keep believing.
Hey, get your PayPal, man. I'll put money on it right now.
Ooh,
Man,
no gambling's a family show.
We'll sweep
every time.
We'll sweep y'all.
Okay.
We'll sweep y'all.
Keep believing that. Keep believing that.
y'all gonna let Joe Burrow come and beat y'all.
We're not playing the damn Bengals. Y'all are.
Hold on, y'all.
We're not playing the Bengals. Oh yeah, we are. We are playing the Bengals.
Oh yeah. I thought.
We are. That much easier for y'all.
Dude, you were last place in your division. In our division, they were last place in their division too. Duh.
Easy W.
Like, how about to lose to Joe?
So, guys, this Jamaal Adams, I'm prepared to think about doing a show tonight. And all of a sudden, here, Jamaal Adams is traded. Wow.
Yes.
You know who else is sick by this whole trade? The Cowboys fans. We didn't even talk about that.
Who cares?
No. Cowboys. They were big enough that they were gonna get Jamaal Adams too. So.
Who cares about the Cowboys? We're not playing them. They're not in our conference, so who cares about the Cowboys? Hey, guys, I wish Seattle the best. To me, Adams is another loser. It's another Minka Fitzpatrick. Anybody that rags on his coaches like he did, even if Gase deserves it, and we all know Gase deserves it. No, man, you don't do that, dude. He can't even blame his agent. He did it personally. You know how some agents do that?
You have to get out of there, Larry. You gotta look out.
No. And you know what? I'm sorry, TD. I love you, man. But if I'm a coach of football player, I wouldn't trust that guy on my team for
Minka Fitzpatrick did not rag on his coach.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
But
that's the thing about Jamaal Adams. Yeah.
Jamal Adams did, but he was rightfully so. We're talking about Adam Gase. If you're an NFL player who's making Pro Bowl and all pro honors, why would you let somebody stand in your way in your career? That man want to win Super Bowls. He said it clearly. He's not the guy to take us to the promised land.
Right.
And so I'm Brian Flores. Now have a potential headache.
Also, he was also beefing with the owner.
Maybe I have to sit him. Like I have to say Richard Jones is going to pull one of those stunts again. No. Guys like that's their character flaws coming out. I don't want that on my football team.
No, it's not. You got a right to speak your mind. If you think that coach ain't the right coach for you,
you know what, TD? But there's consequences when you speak your mind, dude.
He only got that job because he had Peyton Manning. Let's be honest here.
Bro, hold on. There's no consequences to speaking your mind. If you're in a situation where there's consequences for speaking your mind, then you shouldn't be in that situation in the first place. And he got out of it. Yeah. Out of there.
Well, tell me what I respectfully disagree, TD. I love Adams' talent. You and I both love his talent. We love Fitzpatrick's talent too. But they're so young, and to have that kind of character flaw comes out, you don't ditch your coach. It doesn't ever happen. Last time I remember was Spreewell on what's his name? Also been, I guess, was the coach. Anyway, that's basketball. Point is, I'm a coach. I cannot trust that kind of character on my football team. He's gonna. And it's not in public. What about talking behind my back to his teammates?
Well, he's not talking behind his back. He's saying it.
I'm just saying, if he did that way too, I would have a problem.
AG, start. Really, L is a Dolphins fan, so yeah.
Yeah, Rhino. Yeah.
Listen, when you're in the NFL and you're making that kind of money and you're talented and you're here to win and your coach sucks and you don't feel like he's the guy for you, speak your mind and get up out of there. It's that simple.
Yeah, well,
so you know what? Just like Gase doesn't want a guy like that, it doesn't matter because Jamaal Adams ain't want you to want him. That's why.
What about Le'Veon Bell though? He's like the next one to get traded too. Like, let's be honest here.
He needs to speak his mind if you want to get it done. That's the only way you can get it done in this league now. Either be a slave to these teams or speak your mind. And actually, the consequence is a benefit for players who have that right. His consequence is a benefit. Trade me. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know what? AG says act like a coach. You know what? I was a manager for a lot of years. That was my background, a business background. Employees talking to me behind my back, or even in publicly dishing me, you know what, created problems for me. And I can understand it for coaching too. It's a business like any other business. You cannot have dissension like that. You take care of dissension in-house, in private, always. In life, in sports, in business.
So help me understand why it don't work that way, Cloud Life. Why doesn't it work that way? In today's world, these teams ain't loyal, so these players don't have to be loyal. We've already established that at least 10 years ago. The teams are not loyal, so players don't have to be loyal. There ain't no more protocol when it comes to this league. All of that was shit. This is a whole new era. This ain't the 90s where it would make sense for you to handle it in-house. Everything is different. This is a whole new era. That's not how it works anymore, man. These players have leverage now, and I personally believe they should use every bit of it when they have the chance to. First team All-Pro, second team All-Pro, two-time Pro Bowler, rookie, first team rookie, 3 seasons in the league, you full of accolades, you got all the power in the world. If you are under a sucker coach, get up out of it by any means necessary. If Gase is trash, get from up under it. If you feel like he ain't the man for you, this is a business. They make money off of you just like you making money off of them. It's reciprocated now. This ain't no case. A player like him, he don't need them. He don't need them. He's highly coveted. Y'all talk about situations where players are not highly coveted and they got to be these little shells of, yes, sir, yes, whatever you need. That ain't the case. He got wings, spread them wide and flex them. It's that simple, man. This league ain't like that no more, not unless you get a coach that you got to respect. If this was Bill Belichick, totally different story. If this was coaches like that you can straight up respect, and they got the pedigree and the history to respect, then it is. But now y'all got to stop making it seem like these coaches and these teams got more power than the players. If you if you the guy on that field, all that go out the window. You got more power than these teams, so flex it. It's that simple, man. We need to say, because I'm going to tell y'all straight up, to me, it's almost like a slave mentality. Oh, yes, whatever you need me to do. I'll shut up. I'll be quiet in a terrible situation. No, it don't work like that no more at all.
Hey, TD, man, all I got to say about that situation is the root of that issue dealt with those two players, with Mika and Adams, is the same coach. And if you know that you got a career that you're going to be somewhere for a while, I don't blame them for doing what they did. I mean, I really wouldn't be on the fence in either scenario that you guys are talking about. I just know that the way I would feel, because I mean, when we work jobs, we want to live where we want to live, and so just because these guys are athletes, I don't think that necessarily means that that's what they want. Where they end up. So if they want to move on, I don't see why not. I mean, that's why. For example, like Donald, I don't know. I think Donald's a Spurs fan. Like Kawhi, he served his time here. We got a ring with him. But I'm not like a typical Spurs fan. I don't hold it against the dude because he's from LA. He has family there. He's a family man. I still like Kawhi. I'm not gonna go by the popular opinion like most Spurs fans and just hate him, because there's a lot of Spurs fans that hate him. I don't hate the dude. I understand why he did what he did, and Kawhi's background, it's very humbling. Like, his story, what happened to his dad. His dad passed away. He's got roots and ties there, and I don't blame him for that. So all these guys, if they want to move around, whatever, I understand it. But with those two players particularly, I understand what they did, because Adam Gase is just, it's the blind leading the blind, man. He's the type of guy that's going to cut good talent, but he's not going to replace it. And he's going to run you right down the wrong road. And you ain't going to get it doesn't matter that they got two first round picks out of it, because what are you going to do with it? How are you going to apply that to your scheme and your plot and still win on Sunday? That's the way that I see it. It doesn't matter that he got 2 first round picks. What's the coach going to do with it? Y'all saw what he was doing down here.
Exactly. And
you own it, that's the fan. And Dolphin 82 is spot on.
Gase has no interpersonal skills. Therefore, Adams had to handle this situation as the way he handled it. No knock on Gase. How else was Adams supposed to get out of the situation? He already told the organization, I want out. He told the organization that I want out. You know what Gay said? Oh no, I want to work it out. You know, I hate to lose him as a player. I think that we'll be able to work things out and it'll be fine.
What?
They weren't going to let this man go. They were not going to let him go. So when you want out,
Philadelphia about you thought that
if you want out, you get out by all means necessary. By all means necessary.
Adam Gase is a joke, man. He's a joke. He's a product of Peyton Manning, man. Oh my god.
Terrible. DFS, if you can hear me, there's too much background noise. I'm trying to bring you in, but I hear a lot of background noise. What's up? Can you hear us?
Right, Tori. Right.
Is
I don't
that
have
me?
to go dissing the coach and the owner.
Yeah, DFS. Can you hear us?
I hear you guys loud and clear, madam.
What's up, Pete, man? Talk to us, man.
Not much, man. I just came in. Oh,
man,
I see what it is. Hold on, I have to close this page. That's my fault, guys.
You're good, man.
Hold on, not
good.
much. I came in. You already know. I have to let you guys know.
Fuck off.
This Adam Gase is just ruining teams, guys. Adam Gase is ruining teams, guys. I'm never going to forget this guy. I will never forget Adam Gase for trading Minkah Fitzpatrick.
It wasn't Gase that traded him. It was
Forrest.
I mean, not Minkah Fitzpatrick.
You talk about Jarvis Landry.
Jarvis Landry.
Landry, there you go. I'm talking about those guys first. He never re-signed them. He just continues to ruin teams. Not only did he trade Landry, he gave it up for a 4th and a 7th. Something we're not even going to bring value to that type of caliber of player ever. And Gase knew that. Gase knew that from the jump. And I think Gase knows these little things to ruin teams just for the simple fact he could go ahead and once he gets fired, he says, oh, look, they're going to be garbage or whatnot. That honestly, I'm starting to believe that type of stuff. But there's no way the Jets secondary last year, there's no way from the Jets secondary last year that trading Jamaal Adams is a good move for your team. There just isn't.
Not football talent.
1st round picks and a 3rd round pick, that's not a good for no team. Not for no Jamaal Adams.
Yeah, not football wise. Guys, I have no, the only way I would trade, let me say one thing, right? The exception to what I said before about I don't want Adams, if he was the last piece of my Super Bowl run, and I haven't done analysis of Seattle, but if Seattle, I remember last year, is not close to being a Super Bowl team. Okay, not close to being a Super Bowl team.
Well, Larry, I can't say, how can you say that Seattle is not there when Seattle went to the NFC Championship game?
When?
No,
that was.
They almost got there. I'm sorry, they just lost it in their last possession. Seattle is on the cusp of getting there.
I don't. But I have to look at it. But I think they lost a lot, and their defense is not as good as it has been in the past. That's what they settle on. Like I said, I haven't done analysis on Seattle, but Seattle never struck me as a team that was that close that you can say they were there. They're not San Francisco. They're not KC. They're not even Green Bay. I think would have benefited tremendously with Jamaal Adams in there.
Wait, that's true. But the one thing that you got to say about Seattle is this. Pete Carroll is just like a Bill Belichick. Both of them are defensive witches. They know how to run their scheme as far as when it comes to their defense, even if they have subpar players and not the best talent on their defense. Now, the offense, whole different ballgame, but I saw growth in that offense. And I'm going to tell you where you can see, because we got to play them. The Dolphins have to play them. If their running game gets off and gives Russell Wilson time and play action, we are in trouble. The only thing that's going to bail us out against Seattle is because they're playing in Miami, and I'm praying that it is hot and as humid as it can be. So that way it can wear them down. But if they don't, we are going to be in trouble seeing that team, and especially with them being prepared to play the likes of a San Francisco and also Arizona and the Rams twice. So those teams, we better watch them. Seattle is a sneaky good team in the NFC. They are primed to be in there. So
Donald.
Yes, sir.
My bad.
No problem.
No, so let me ask you something. Who's the better team right now, personnel wise, San Francisco or Seattle?
Seattle.
Come on. What?
Really?
What?
No,
really?
Frisco.
You know what?
Seattle.
No.
Seattle.
No,
Seattle?
I don't know what
you
spoke
like
in Buffalo, man, but it's
man.
not
They Bill Gates. They don't have a quarterback.
It's hallucinogens.
Who don't have a quarterback? Seattle?
Don't.
San Francisco.
No, he's saying the 49ers.
The trade San Francisco, they said it was one of the rumors I quickly read. That makes sense because you're taking the team to an even higher level. That's already a Super Bowl.
Let us know in the comment section, y'all. Who's the better team personnel wise, San Francisco or Seattle?
He is right about that. Russell Wilson is a better quarterback
but at the
than
same
Garoppolo.
time, Frisco, what's their bread and butter? The running game. And that's the reason why they lost their game in the Super Bowl. They got away from their running game. They should have stuck with it and went ahead and pounded it, and they would have beat Kansas City. But the fact is, they got a running game. Garoppolo is not required to win their games. He's got to learn how to win now. Everybody thinks that Garoppolo is some type of 8-year vet or something like that. Garoppolo is still a young guy too. So he's got room to learn, and I think because of him losing in that kind of situation like that, it's going to make him hungry. I think you're going to see a better quarterback when you come out of there, and they still got a better overall roster than Seattle right now.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Yeah. Plus, we got to remember, guys are ditching on Garoppolo the Super Bowl, but you got to hold on. We got to remember the coaching staff went conservative way too soon, and in any sport, you go conservative, it's hard to ramp it up again, and that was the mistake number one, if not the main mistake. They just went way too conservative too soon. And then all of a sudden, they asked Garoppolo and the rest of the team to ramp it up when they were behind, and it didn't happen. So,
I mean, if I was Jamaal Adams, I probably would have wanted to stick in the AFC East to face these quarterbacks other than the AFC West, having to face Kyler Murray, having to face Jimmy Garoppolo, and Derek Carr.
But the way he looks at it, he's a stud. It doesn't matter to him. Better competition, he's still going to be impactful. Yep. That's the thing about Jamaal. It doesn't he's the type of guy. I don't need to go to a cakewalk because I'm gonna eat regardless. I'm a bang regardless. That's his
almost
mentality.
Every player's mentality for sure.
But he's got the right coach to lead him in the right direction, man. Pete Carroll had Polamalu and what's his name? Griffin.
And Gates wasn't going to send him to an AFC team. Gates wasn't going to do that.
Well, I don't know about that. Definitely not the AFC East, but anybody give him
we will allow
that kind of offer.
We will allow it anymore.
Unreal.
What is this? Russell Wilson is 1B2. Oh my god, bro! No. Russell Wilson is he's way better than Patrick Mahomes. I'm not trying to hear that.
Man, this changes the whole Seahawks dynamic. This changes the whole Seahawks offensively wise.
Wait a minute. You came in when you came in the chat. You asked what we were smoking.
Russell, you can't tell me that Mahomes is way better than Wilson. Come on.
No, nobody's saying he's way better.
Yeah. RD, my friend, you're not smoking. You're taking hallucinogens. Okay, stay off of that crap, dude. That messes with your mind. Doesn't make you feel good. It messes with your mind.
I can say the stats thing about you little Dolphins fans. Thinking that y'all got to win the division.
We may smoking the hard job, man, but we're not taking that hallucinogen.
Hold on, that's a good conversation RD brings up though, because I'm not gonna let y'all jump on him like that. Even though he's a Bill fan, he deserves it. But listen, So if you put Patrick Mahomes on Seattle's offense, you think Mahomes is the same guy?
No. Are you serious? No.
Mahomes is the same guy on any offense.
No, he's not, man.
What? Mahomes is the same guy in any offense.
Are you serious?
Y'all said Tannehill was the same guy in any offense.
Are you serious?
No, Tannehill doesn't make players around him better.
I'm not gonna lie, man. He's kind of devil's advocate on this, but I kind of see what RD706 is saying, though, man.
Right.
I mean, with the question that TD proposed, if you switch quarterbacks on teams, are they really? I don't think that Mahomes is the same quarterback on Seattle because of the fact you got to spread it out, man.
Exactly.
Russell Wilson in Kansas City with those weapons? Are y'all really?
He's legit. He's legit. Yeah.
And he has Andy Reid.
Oh God, he's definitely won a Super Bowl.
Don't overlook this, guys. He also got Andy Reid.
Yes, that's true.
Which is an
Thank
offensive
you.
coach.
Thank you. That was exactly what I was about to say. He also has.
Hey, I don't agree with
Come
you,
on.
but you can make the argument.
Yeah, but you
when I
can't-
see
but
Mahomes and how he throws footballs and how he is crazy sometimes.
Look,
You know?
the fact is,
Doesn't put up 50 touches. It doesn't matter how many touchdowns. Doesn't matter how many touchdowns Russell Wilson doesn't put up. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that part I agree with. I have
Yeah,
nothing to
we're
do
not
Somebody got a
talking
good
about
point.
that, but
Brandon Hudgens, read the comment.
Human survive in Seattle. Well, okay, so maybe
Mahomes won't survive.
You got to cover every
Dog,
single
come on,
part of the
man.
field. Every single part. Deep quarters, middle, intermediate, short range. You got to cover every single part of the field because this Mahomes can literally throw it rolling out to the left and throw it to the right side of the field. He's already done it in the NFL and still lead his receiver. Not too many quarterbacks can roll out to their left and throw it to the receivers all the way on the right side and catch them in stride. There's not.
You don't have to cover.
Maybe
You don't
Josh
have to cover every part of the
but
field if you actually put a pass rush against them.
true. But TD, one thing that one thing you must say is that Patrick Mahomes,
most of the
it
time
points out the weakness in Seattle. Seattle's weakness was their O-line. The O-line is their weakness right now. And I will say that. But at the same time, with a Mahomes, a young Mahomes behind there, and also with the receiving core that
Mahomes
is
never
there.
had a weak O-line.
Yeah,
no, but he didn't have a Dallas line
but if
either.
you're talking about there in Seattle, that's a whole different ball game again. Now you're talking about not a second-year player. Now you're talking about a third-year player that has a Super Bowl. So now, like I'm saying, he even points out the weaknesses that were flaws in his game. He's saying that he's going to get better. So he's on the ascent. So I cannot sit up here and say that he will not survive in Seattle. Seattle has addressed. They did address in the offseason their O-line. So now we don't know what to expect at this particular point in time. But I will say it's the same thing as it is for the Dolphins. The running game will be just as important as it is for the passing game. Any team. And so we'll see when that happens. But I cannot sit up there and say that Mahomes is that little or that below Russell Wilson or vice versa. They might be just about neck and neck because of their flexibility.
Yeah.
I agree.
This is a whole bunch of stuff we don't know because we haven't seen both guys in the opposite situation.
Right.
But the difference to me is we've seen Russell Wilson with the trash O-line and he's superior. Yeah. See, people get caught up with these quarterbacks with the perfect O-line, and then when their O-line is perfect, all of a sudden they look like RG3, they look like Cam Newton, they look like Kaepernick, they look like all these guys who were it. Then whenever things went down the norm and they didn't have a great O-line, they look like Nick Foles after the Super Bowl. Yeah. Then these guys don't look the same. But everybody always give the guy who comes in a perfect situation the benefit of the doubt. And they automatically assume he's going to do the same thing if he didn't have all the greatness around him. That's why I'm not a huge fan on crowning people until I see a minimum of 5 to 6 years of their career. Because I remember 8 years ago when Andrew Luck, RG3, Cam Newton, Kaepernick. I mean, it was like 8 guys that I could name then. I forgot all their names now. I remember all of them. They were the next greatest things ever. None of them are existent except Russell Wilson and Ryan Tannehill now. And I just found out that Ryan Tannehill has a higher passer rating than Andrew Luck did in his career. Didn't even know that. But this is my point. All these guys were supposed to be the next this and that because the first 3 to 4 years of their career, they balled out like none other.
Sanchez with the Jets, you left him out.
Who was that?
Sanchez.
Well, anyway. But it was tons of guys. It's like, to me, people haven't gotten enough of doing that. Every generation of new quarterback on a rookie deal that comes to a team that's loaded looks so good and not even 20% of them look good after 6, 7 years, 8 years. Half of them ain't even in the league anymore. I'm talking about the ones that were balling out, not even in the league anymore after 10 years. Have we never gotten enough of that? We crown guys like Mahomes. Now, Mahomes is a special talent, but again, how special? People automatically tell you how special, but they've never seen him in his new contract situation. And I ain't talking about this year. I'll talk about going forward when it actually start counting against the cap. They don't talk about that. See, what they're going to do is, if next year, not this year right here, if next year Mahomes goes 9-7 and still makes the playoffs and lose in the first round, they're going to say, well, the team.
Wait, hold up. Stop the presses.
I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Hold on. The Bears has traded Adam Schindler to the Dolphins?
You just talk.
Adam Shaheen?
Yeah. A tight end.
Let me look this up, man.
Why would it matter anyway?
What do you mean? Why would it matter?
That is a two-way tight end.
No, because Adam Shaheem's not exactly a Pro Bowl tight end. Bears have a weakness in tight end, if I remember correctly.
No, they had a weakness at quarterback, and they couldn't get it to him. My wife is a Bears fan.
Second year too. He's still young tight end. He might be on his rookie deal.
Yes.
I don't see this deal coming through yet, but I thought it was pretty interesting that we waived Ricardo Lewis and Jake Rudock when we had 2 weeks before we had to. The league told us we don't have to break our roster down for another 2 weeks.
Apparently,
so I thought that was interesting. I figured some type of move was coming. But
apparently they gave up a 6th-round pick to y'all.
Hold on.
What? Yo, this is
crazy. The Bears have Trey Burton and they drafted Cole Met in the 2nd round. So it kind of makes sense. But Shaheen, he's still young on a rookie deal, I believe, and that's a weird trade. That's probably why his value was still a 6th-round pick.
I don't remember him as being a top tier, like second.
But back to the Mahomes and Russell Wilson. I mean, if you had to pick one, I'll pick Mahomes any day. But honestly, Russell Wilson is like my favorite quarterback in the NFL. So I can't. Russell Wilson is like my favorite quarterback. You make Russell Wilson Mahomes' height, and he's just as much as Mahomes. So it's a little bit harder for Russell Wilson, and that's that competitive edge that I love about Russell Wilson. But other than that,
I second what Pete said, but I feel that I don't think he needs the height. I think if you put him in an offense where you spread it out with protection, like what Mahomes has, I think he'd kill you.
Sitting in that pocket, being short is just a lot tougher, bro. You can't look over those offensive linemen. If I wish I was a little bit taller, that'll help out Russell Wilson. Tremendous. He'll be like another Mahomes, is what I'm saying. He is. He's just a little shorter, so it's harder to do those type of things and look at reads and stuff.
I don't know why I'm not seeing any update on the Dolphins trade.
That's why we're going to see a lot of bootlegs in Miami too, and shotgun with Tua when he starts passing out of the
have every single trade then. Huh?
Yeah, I'm looking for it also, TD. All I've seen is how people are saying actually he's a nobody, basically. That he should have been cut. One of the players they're considering cutting, they have to go to 85.
There's a reason behind every move, man. People say it's a nobody, but it could be.
Well, I'll tell you why. He's like 6'6", 258, 260. Something like that.
And what is this?
I don't know much about him. What do you know?
What happened?
Shaheen, is this the 2nd year?
No, apparently it's his 3rd year. Let me check it out. Drafted, let me see. They joined 2017. Was drafted in 2017, so it's going to be his 3rd year.
Yeah. So
I'm telling you right now.
That's why we gave.
I'm a Bears fan.
He had 9 catches last year and 5 catches last year.
What were you saying, Donald?
I was saying that my wife is a Bears fan, so we keep up with the Bears. That's where she's from. And I'm telling you, anytime your quarterback, which he needed that had a competition to come in there. Anytime you're overthrowing a 6'6" tight end, you're not accurate. And so now he was not getting the type of catches or opportunities as the other ones. And the only thing that is suspect was his speed, but his blocking, spot on. He opened up good holes for the running game, and he does have good hands. So I think it's a win-win. Smythe had better watch himself. He might be out of a job.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah, you know, he had 12 targets last year and he caught 9 of them. That's very good, but not very deep, only about 9 yards a catch. So, yeah, but I saw he's a big guy. He really is. So this may be for the blocking end of it, and you're right. It'd be Smythe that's in trouble. But still,
Smythe and Michael Roberts, both.
And Michael Roberts. Yeah, you know, to me, guys, there's potential that you'll only see at most 2 tight ends make the team, maybe even 1 if Cox can handle tight end duties.
Yeah, I have to wait on this one to come through because I'm still not seeing any information on it.
I mean,
Go to the Bears
reporters.
It's a crazy day of the AFC East.
What happened? Well, all y'all who say y'all found it, y'all gonna have to tell me what site or where y'all found it.
Twitter.
What's that?
Twitter.
Yeah, Tom Pelissero is bringing it up on Twitter.
No.
It says are trading per source. I guess it's not final yet because they say they are. That has been traded. Let's see if anybody else is bringing it up on
So it's
Twitter.
early anyway. I guess I need to wait on the terms, see what's going on.
This is crazy.
Come on, guys. I hear what Donald says about his the quarterback not being there, but you don't give up on a player if it's the quarterback's fault.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why they brought in my man from Jacksonville, brought the quarterback in, brought him in and put him in there so they can bring that competition to help him to get better in his reads as well as start his progression. But what I'm saying is that tight end that we're bringing in, remember RD 706, physicality standpoint is what Coach Flo likes. He loves fast, but he loves physical. And so now in order to take care of our division opponents, like the Bovine, in which we're going to roast on the second game of the season, we now have the physical aspects of being able to start from the running game. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, and this is one thing that I said that Buffalo, the reason why y'all not going to win the division, y'all find out. Y'all let Jordan Phillips go, that's a mistake. I'm telling you right now, that's going
I'm sorry. What was that? Will it go Jordan Phillips?
Yes, he was a Dolphins killer.
Guys, I'm so in trouble. We lost Jordan Phillips. Oh no, we're gonna get roasted by
you don't have your rotation. You don't have your
we boosted up.
You guys do not have.
We got Mario Anderson. We got.
Not only are they not gonna win this division,
what the hell? We gotta be so scared of Dolphins.
But they're not even gonna be able to make the playoffs.
Are you serious?
Y'all can't even beat the
Patriots.
No physical ground game.
I'm so scared because we lost.
Hey, I'm just curious, man. Whatever happened to Vincent Taylor? Do y'all still have him? I know he went up to Buffalo, right?
Vincent Taylor.
Yeah, he was a defensive tackle
he was
down here in Miami.
Dolphin too.
Yep. Hey, by the way,
liked him.
RD 706, you and I had this discussion. You're going to be hard pressed to find 10 sacks from a D tackle position. Now, would I've signed him to what the money he got? To me, and I guess here in Miami, we all remember him. He was a disappointment. Could have been one of those contract year seasons, possibly, but it's going to be hard to replace. Don't say you're going to miss him because it's hard to replace.
Yeah, we still got him. We still got this Vincent Taylor guy. We're good.
Larry,
he's durable, man. He's durable.
Larry, the one thing I will say, remember when you talk about the physicality, who got rid of Jordan Phillips?
You guys did.
I'm saying, no. Who was the coach?
What regime?
Yes, Adam Gase.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, so
see, he's the same one that said that. Guess what? That Parker can't play. He's the same one that said Jordan Phillips didn't have a high enough motor all the time. And everybody that can use their voice, he finds intimidating. And that's the reason why I said
you're saying
is no good.
I'm going by what I saw. Okay? I didn't exactly complain when they got rid of Jordan Phillips. Unlike when they got rid of Jai and Jarvis Landry, because I didn't see. I saw Jordan Phillips underperforming. That's what I saw. I don't care what he had, his coach or whatever. He underperformed, and he underperformed the prior year until this year was a contract year. And all of a sudden, he's a Pro Bowler.
Who was the defensive tackle?
I always say be wary of players like that because you know what? Half the time they burn out.
Was it Earl Mitchell? Was it Earl Mitchell that was getting destroyed that game that Jordan Phillips grabbed his helmet and started screaming and slamming his helmet, and Gay started screaming at Jordan Phillips? Jordan Phillips was screaming. That guy cannot take. He's beating up Earl Mitchell, beating him up pound to pound. Put me in the game because I'm gonna destroy this guy for doing that to our guy. But yet you continuously let this guy get destroyed, and our defense is getting gashed up the middle the whole game.
And who was the defensive coordinator then too?
I think it was Matt Burke. That's the curse word.
Yes.
Said that.
He didn't know what he was doing.
Hey guys, real quick. I wanted to talk about the new player we brought in, if y'all don't mind.
Yeah,
I don't know why. His name is Adam Shaheen. Okay,
Yeah,
I don't know when I look at his bio and I look at everything.
Sorry, I'll be right back, guys.
All right, man. People underestimate players like this, and I don't know why they do. It's all about, he's a nobody. This is the type of guy that is silently everything. You know, he's a big guy who obviously can block. Okay, but I think he's more than what you see on surface. He's the type of guy that you look like you're going to go a power formation, but he sneaks out of the formation and catches the ball on occasions in the game. Let me give you an example of why I say that. His completion percentage, his career completion percentage is 79%. Now, it's a small sample size, but that shows you right there that he's that guy that sneaks out of the backfield on crucial plays that can get you that first down. Not only that, he's been in the playoffs one time, and he was the starting tight end in that playoff game. And in that game, let me see here. I had it up. In that game, he was targeted 4 times with 3 receptions. This is one of those sneaky good moves that you bring in a guy who can block, who's going to be utilized at the position to do just that, block. But then be that decoy on occasions and sneak out of the backfield and get that huge first down that we need at a crucial moment. Not to mention a former second, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure I get it.
No, he was former second. I saw that.
Yeah, former second in Chicago. Who knows what our coaching staff is going to be able to do with him?
Oh God!
Yeah, but the way I look at it, the way I look at it, it's got to be a reason Chicago put him. It's more than just depth. I gotta look at. Yeah, I gotta research.
Chicago has 20 tight ends on their roster almost.
Right. Yeah, but if he's that good, you're not going to give up on a good one like that. Not for a 6. No, and I got guys. I'll be honest with you. Don't know anything about him. I have to find out more about him. Just going to quick read like TD, but maybe he's their version of Darren Smythe. Just was there basically. We don't know, and why not take a chance? And this is a classic Greer move from last year. Going to cost him a 6th-round chance on a 2nd-round talent. Maybe he pans out, maybe don't, or maybe he's better than what we got. So hopefully, at least he's better than Smythe.
And maybe in a better blocker from what I'm reading. And the reason why Chicago also makes this move, he's coming up on his 4th season.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming up on his 4th season. So this is a make or break for him. And they obviously, with all the tight ends on their roster, they pretty much don't want to offer a new deal. But he's one of those sneaky guys, man. I like the move because we might be able to utilize the only thing that matters is if he is an upgrade over Smythe, great trade. That's all that matters.
Yep, I agree.
That's all that matters.
I agree. It's just I'm not gonna get excited like this is gonna make the Dolphins that much better.
Interesting, man.
But you agree. If he's better than Smythe, great trade for a 6th round. Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, this is crazy. AFC East is balling in these trades.
Hey, it's the fun division. It may not be the most talented, but it's the fun division right now.
But listen, man, I'm over my time, guys. I was supposed to end at the 7:00 hour, man. This was another great one. I want to thank everybody who came through, hung out tonight and had the conversation. This was a great one. We're gonna have many more to come, y'all. Any last questions or comments, guys, before we get out of here?
No, not really.
Yeah, I don't have any. Like I said, I have to look at this trade in detail, see what's happening. And of course,
it's a conditional 6, man.
Yeah.
That means that even if he doesn't make the team, we didn't lose nothing.
Right.
So
yeah, exactly. I agree with you. 6-round picks are not exactly gold. You can gamble with them.
Exactly. Well, I'm out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Love y'all. Y'all stay up, man. Y'all hit that like button on your way out. It's TD FinStalk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Don't forget to check out Larry on his show as well. And guys, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We will see y'all soon.
Yeah, by the way, peace out.
Peace.